Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to my channel Learn French by Puneet. In this video, we are going to learn some French rules which will help us in pronouncing the words correctly in French like a native. So in this video, you will be seeing I will be explaining you little rules which we need to keep in mind for speaking French in the correct way. So this is the passage about la rentrée. La rentrée basically means the return. So this is the return to the school that we say the first day of the school. So this paragraph is about the first day of the school. La rentrée. Now, when I say rentrée, do you see I made the sound from the back of my throat? This is the R, right? In French, R is pronounced as R, right? So, whenever we are saying R in French, it's R, R. You can practice with me. R. R means the R letter, right? So when I say la rentrée, that means the return. This is the noun form, right? And the noun form which means the return. Je suis très excité. That means I'm very excited. Now, when I say très, first of all, sound you hear that's for the R, and très excité. Do you hear the z sound? Do you see très is ending in s and excité is beginning with the vowel e? So whenever the first word ends in x, s or z and the second word starts with a vowel which are a, e, I, o, u, we make the z sound. That's a liaison which is formed, and because of that we make the z sound. So we are saying je suis très excité. That means I'm very excited. De rentrer à l'école, to return to the school. Now here the verb is rentrer. Here it is the verbal form which is verb rentrer, which means to return. Whenever there is a verb after a preposition, like here it's after the preposition, the verb will never be conjugated in French. So that is why we are writing je suis très excité de rentrer à l'école. Je veux ou je voudrais. Je veux or je voudrais. Now, veux and voudrais both are vouloir verb, right? Veux is the present tense conjugation of the verb vouloir. However, voudrais is the conditional present tense of vouloir verb. Now, what is the difference? Ver and voudrais, we can use both of them in this sentence. There is no difference. We can change them interchangeably. But when I say je voudrais, voudrais is more polite as compared to ver. But having said that, it doesn't mean that ver is impolite. Okay, ver and voudrais both are good, just voudrais is used, conditional present tense is used for being more polite, right? So we are saying je veux ou je voudrais. So here p represents being more polite. Okay, I want. Je veux ou je voudrais, I want to meet. Rencontrer. Rencontrer. The verb is rencontrer, which means to meet. Right? Now, you see the first verb, that is vouloir, is already conjugated, so that is why the second verb rencontrer we are never conjugating. So this is a rule in French that whenever in a sentence we have two verbs together, the first verb will be conjugated but the second verb will not be conjugated. It will be written as it is. That means in the original form, that is unconjugated form of the verb, as we have written rencontrer over here. Je veux ou je voudrais rencontrer mes camarades. Camarade means my classmates, my schoolmates, right? So instead of camarade, we can also use the word copain, right? Copain. I've written copain on the screen here, Copains, where copain also means my classmates, right? My friends. So instead of this, we can say je veux rencontrer mes copains or je voudrais rencontrer mes camarades. It's the same thing, right? Mes matières préférées sont. Mes matières préférées sont. My matière means My subjects, right? Subjects. So whenever we talk about the subjects that we study, we use the word matière for it, right? So I'm saying mes matières préférées sont, my favorite subjects are la science, which is the science, les mathématiques, which is the mathematics, l'histoire, which is the history, et la géographie, which is the geography. J'ai envie de dessiner. Now, here I'm using the expression avoir envie de, which means to have desire of, right? Avoir means to have, envie means desire, and de means of. So this is an expression which is always used together. Avoir envie de. So, here instead of saying I have desire of, I can also use je veux or je voudrais. It's the same thing. Or I can use the verb désirer, right? So these are like, we can say that they are synonyms. You know, synonyms, they are the similar meaning words. So I can use ver, voudrais, désirer, or avoir envie de. They have similar meanings, right? They have similar, or we can say same meaning, so we can use them interchangeably. I can say j'ai envie de dessiner. Now, in the beginning, I told you whenever there is a verb preceded by a preposition like the or any other preposition, we do not conjugate the verb. So the plus dessiner, we will not conjugate the verb. All right. So I'll say the j'ai envie de dessiner. I have the desire of designing. Here, dessiner means designing, drawing. Okay. Et d'écrire. Et d'écrire. Now, d'écrire means and to write. Now here again I'm using the plus écrire. Like I wrote the dessiner, I'm writing the écrire. But here if you see the difference, the is ending in a vowel and écrire is beginning with a vowel e. So de is reducing to d apostrophe, right? So I'm saying j'ai envie de dessiner et d'écrire. I have the desire to, or I desire to draw and write. J'adore. J'adore chanter et danser. J'adore. The verb is adorer. Adorer means to adore, to like, to love, right? So the synonyms can be aimer, right? Adorer, aimer, to like something, all right? J'adore chanter et danser. That means I like to sing and dance, right? Now again here the concept comes, whenever we have two verbs in the sentence, the first verb will be conjugated and the second verb will not be conjugated. That is why chanter and danser we are never conjugating over here. All right, they are in the infinitive form. It's only adore which is being conjugated in the same sentence. J'espère que, the verb is espérer. That's again an er ending verb. So when I conjugate with je, the last r is removed and we are left with j'espère. J'espère means I hope, right? I hope that. J'espère que. So que means that. J'espère que mon enseignante is my teacher, right? My instructor. Now since my teacher here I'm taking as a feminine person or a feminine noun, that is why enseignant is having an e at the end, right? Had this been my male teacher, I would not have added an e at the end, right? So I would have said j'espère que mon enseignant est gentil, right? Now gentil basically means to it means kind or nice, right? So if I say j'espère que mon enseignant est gentil, so gentil basically here means my teacher is kind. Now since my teacher is feminine, right? Gentil is written in the feminine singular form because that's an adjective. So adjectives always agree to the noun they are describing. Since gentil is describing enseignant, which is feminine, so we are supposed to write gentil in the feminine singular form, which is gentille. Had this been a male teacher, I would have just ended with single L. Gentil. That's it, right? J'ai envie de. Again, I'm using the same expression to have desire of. J'ai envie de m'amuser. I desire to enjoy myself. Here, the verb is s'amuser. S'amuser is the pronominal verb, right? Now, as I told you before, the verb avoir is conjugated, so I'm not conjugating the verb s'amuser, right? Also it's preceded by preposition the, so it will never be conjugated. But the thing is, when I'm saying s'amuse, the sir part is the pronoun, okay? In the verb s'amuse, it's the reflexive pronoun which will change according to je, which has become m apostrophe, but the actual verb amuse will never be conjugated. So that's why we are writing j'ai envie de m'amuser. That means I have the desire of amusing myself or of enjoying myself. Mais je suis aussi un peu nerveux ou nerveuse. Mais means but je suis aussi. Je suis means I am. Aussi also. Un peu means a little nervous. Now, when I say nerveux ou nerveuse, now, this is again an adjective which is describing whom, who is going to be nervous. It's me, right? Now, when I'm saying for myself, I will use the word nervous, right? It will be, spellings will be Nerveuse. But if instead of me, a boy says that I am also a little nervous, right? So in that case, he will say nerve, Nerveux, because this is an adjective, so this will also agree to the noun to it, which it is describing. All right, the noun to which it is describing, that is the subject here, noun or the pronoun. The subject, which is je. So if je is masculine, we will write nerveux in the masculine singular form. If je is feminine, we will write nerveuse in the feminine singular form. That's all for today. Keep learning, keep watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Learn French by Puneet. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching my video till the end. Au revoir.